I will never match the high of putting this racist jerk in his place. I was at this weekend seminar thing my friend dragged me to, some kind of leadership through innovation conference where a bunch of self-important suits walked around like they were auditioning for Shark Tank. I went mostly for the free coffee and to support her startup pitch, but I sat in on a panel about AI ethics just to kill time, and that's where I met him. This loud, self-assured guy in his early 40s with a Rolex that could pay off a semester of student loans and a voice that carried like he was born with a microphone in his throat. The topic was algorithmic bias, which I happen to have spent the last 6 years researching. Quietly, in academic circles, publishing papers under a gender-neutral name because people tend to take A Park more seriously than Anna Park, especially in tech. Anyway, I raised my hand during the Q&A to point out that one of the panelists had oversimplified how training data impacts predictive policing algorithms, and before I could finish, Rolex guy interrupted me with this smirk and said, "Let's not get caught up in theory, sweetheart. Let the big dogs explain it." Swear to God, he said sweetheart like it was still 1952. The room chuckled awkwardly and I just nodded, sat back down, didn't say another word. But then the organizer, who'd seen my name on the contributor list for the conference journal, asked me, to come up and speak during the breakout session. So I walked up there, calm as anything, clicked through a short presentation I'd thrown together last year for an academic lecture, and broke down exactly how algorithmic bias operates, citing case studies, data sets, and yes, one of his projects, which I'd analyzed in a peer-reviewed paper, showing how it disproportionately flagged young black men in one district. The look on his face when I said, "Some of you might be familiar with the Epsilon system used in the 2020 pilot in Chicago, developed in part by today's panelist, Andrew Whitmore," was the single most satisfying moment of my adult life. You could feel the temperature drop in the room. I wrapped up, thanked the audience, and walked straight to the refreshment table, while he just sat there blinking like he'd seen a ghost. Later, a couple of his panel buddies tried to backpedal and be all friendly, asking about my work, but I just smiled and said, "Oh, I'm just a theory girl, remember?" Before walking out with a fresh coffee and the quiet satisfaction that comes from absolutely torching someone with nothing but facts and a clicker.